As far as Remi getting $45,000 for 2 reels and some Instagram
Good
stories,
for you.
good for her. I'm just gonna say it, he's a bum.
A bum.
He's a bum.
I want to listen to them live. Like, bitch, you just said the radio.
It was giving Shark in the Water, Vivi Brown, Degrassi promo.
This is Niche Bar.
I'm gonna talk about it anyway.
You and I are really dressed like we're doing 2 different things right now.
Well, I just came home from a 10-hour shoot, and you've been home all day with this little bundle of joy.
I'm a stay-at-home mom. This is Junebug. She's our new baby.
Welcome to the YouTube world, Junebug.
I can't even believe that we got her, honestly. I can't believe we finally got a dog. I truly feel like our family is almost complete.
Have we truly made it?
Yes. Although the only thing that's missing is 1 more dog. Maybe 2.
We are not getting 2 more. I will do 1 more.
The max we can have in here is 3.
Yes, our HOA max is 3 animals.
Maybe 3. Maybe 2 dogs, 1 guinea pig.
No. You're going to be like that guinea pig guy from 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh my God.
You're going to like move us out of the bedroom so that like...
I'm going to put you in the closet so that my guinea pigs have their own room. God bless that guy.
Gosh.
Anyway, a lot of niche things have happened over the past couple of weeks. We have a lot.
In 2 weeks' time, we had to cut a lot of things because the niche isn't relevant anymore.
I know, but our list is so long. We have a notes app list that is just growing by the day. And I think that we should start with the most recent addition that I just added before you got home today. Remi Ashten. Remi Cruz.
Who?
Okay, great. So Remi Cruz is an OG YouTuber. Back when I was in middle school, she was in middle school on YouTube. So everybody grew up watching her. She has so many followers now. She does a podcast, all of that. She did a brand deal today with Aerie. And instead of linking to her affiliate link or whatever to the website, she linked to the creative brief of the project.
Like a Google Drive?
Like a PowerPoint. She posts the link to the brief. Obviously, people click on it and screenshot. And not only does it say what she's supposed to be doing, it has like her stories that she turned in for approval and like they're marked approved. It has her rate.
I feel like I can't even guess. I feel like I want to guess and I'm just going to always come under.
She has 1 million followers on Instagram.
Okay, that's a lot.
When she posts a reel, like she posted a reel. Oh, this is the Aerie one. So the reel that she posted for the brand deal is at 3,600 likes, and she posted it 6 hours ago.
Pretty good, yeah.
By the way, she's one of my mutuals on TikTok. Don't be mad at me.
No shade.
Yeah. But this was for 2 reels and then 2 sets of stories, like 3 frames each. So 6 stories total. What would you guess?
I feel like I want to guess something reasonable, but I feel like I should just like go outrageous.
Go
and
outrageous.
Say, I don't know, 15 grand.
$45,000. For 2 reels and 6 stories.
Now, what kind of reels? Are they like hard reels to do or no? Is she just like
it's
talking
like
to
her
camera?
getting ready to go on a road trip. So it's like vlog kind of style. And she's showing like, I'm wearing these comfy Aerie clothes for my road trip.
Is it just like a get ready with me or is it like an actual vlog?
Yeah, it's like a vlog.
Okay, that's not easy to do.
No, it probably took her like a good 8 hours.
Okay.
Why isn't everyone on earth an influencer?
Because not everyone in the world can do what influencers do. And I'm absolutely not belittling the work of good influencers.
I fully support it.
I feel like I'm so used to just asking like what's reasonable. I need to ask what's unreasonable.
You need to start unreasonable and then have them bring you down to earth, because the point of the matter is I'm not even mad that she made $45,000, even though I'm absolutely shook by that reality. Like, I can't even fathom that direct deposit hitting my account.
Right.
People make that in a year. I made that in a year when I was working at Podcast One.
This reminds me of this like random, I couldn't even tell you who it was, but this just reminds me of this like New York City influencer who like turned down a 50 grand like influencer job just because they're like, I don't feel like it. Because they get that kind of shit all the time.
Yeah, it's an abundance mindset. You're like, I can turn down the 50K because it's going to come. But I fully support it because you know what? Influencer marketing is one of the few female dominated fields. And it's one of the few industries where women are making a shit ton of money. So, I mean, if they have the budget, why not?
Especially if you're working in influencer marketing and you're booking influencers, it's not your money.
It's not. So stop being so stingy. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I can pay that. It's not your fucking money. It's not coming out of your paycheck. But Remi is not even the first influencer to accidentally post the brief. I remember last year, Julia Havens, who's really big on Instagram and YouTube too, posted the brief for hers, but her brief didn't have her rate in it. It just said, you have to disclose that these stories are an ad, but make the ad disclosure very tiny, and you can even hide it behind your username.
So
they were telling her to
expose
scam.
the scamming.
Yeah. And you know what? So many influencers do that. They either don't disclose that stories are ads, or they make it like airy partner in the tiny little corner.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. If something looks like an ad, I'm going to assume it's an ad. And if someone like is posting something that looks like an ad and it's not an ad, who gives a shit? I don't care whether it is something they got paid to do or not. I want to just see whether or not I like the product or not.
No, I think it's dishonest to pretend that it's not an ad when it is. And there are so many instances where influencers promote things that they think are good ideas and good products, but they didn't have to pay for it, so they don't care that it's like $800 or something for their followers and they post it anyway. Like, there's so many little things like that I think need to change about the influencer space. But as far as Remy getting $45,000 for 2 reels and some Instagram stories,
for you.
Good for her.
You. Even Junebug perked up for that one. Good job.
She loves money.
Yes, she's got green eyes.
And speaking of money, I think we need to take a trip down memory lane and talk about Cash Me Outside. How about that? Bhad Bhabie.
I was so against her in the way that she got famous.
You don't like the whole Dr. Phil thing?
I hate the Dr. Phil thing. I hate people who get famous for being an asshole. I hate people
That's valid.
It's the same thing as any of these like just random trolls online. Talk to a girl. Like, people getting famous for just the most absurd shit. Now, kudos for y'all for like, turning a seemingly mundane thing into like an actual business.
I think that's a really great skill.
But it doesn't make me any happier that like society is like propping them up like they're all of a sudden Haktua like got a podcast. Like, I don't give a fuck what you have to say.
Haktua is committing Bitcoin fraud right now.
She absolutely scammed millions of people. And then she went into hiding. She was just like
jail.
She was like on live, just being like, "Oh yeah, what's up, guys? Like, yeah, here's my outfit. Deuces, I'm out." Like,
they were confronting her. I want to say it was in a Twitter, like an X space or whatever. And during the confrontation, she's just like, "All right, y'all. Well, I'm tired, so I'm gonna go." I'm sorry, you just scammed so many people.
And then she's
so
just like gone.
money.
She's gone. Like,
Anyways,
so Bhad Bhabie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Bhad Bhabie has been beefing with Alabama Barker. Do you know who that is?
Something to do with Travis Barker?
Travis Barker's daughter with Shanna Moakler,
How
which
old-
is a classic reality TV star from back in the day. They had their
How
show.
old is Alabama Barker?
She is 19.
She's young.
Yeah, and Bhad Bhabie's in her mid-20s, I believe, at this point. And Bhad Bhabie's dating... I'm just going to say it, he's a bum.
A bum?
He's a bum!
And so is he a bum in the essence that he like doesn't work, mooches off of her,
Yeah.
doesn't have any prospects, isn't going to go nowhere? Okay.
So she's dating him. He is a serial cheater. He's also abusive, frankly, and it's really not okay. And he has allegedly been hooking up with Alabama Barker behind the scenes. Bhad Bhabie exposed Alabama Barker on her stories and was like, "You're fucking my baby." Oh, yeah. Bhad Bhabie had a baby. Bhad Bhabie had a bad baby.
Bhad Bhabie had a bad baby with the bum.
Levon. Bhad Bhabie had a bad baby with the bum. Yes.
Got it. Okay. Junebug is enthralled.
She's sad.
With this.
So Bhad Bhabie's posting on her Instagram story like, "You hooked up with my baby daddy, you're a whore, da 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 da. No matter how many times you try to get him, he's always gonna come running back to me." It's honestly quite sad because at the end of the day,
They're fighting over a bum.
they're fighting over a freaking bum. I hate to see it. They're fighting. Suddenly TMZ is reporting that Alabama Barker has been rushed to the emergency room for a nicotine withdrawal issue. She needed an IV or something. And everyone's like, "Oh, she just staged this story. She leaked this story to get the attention off of her feud with Bhad Bhabie because she was looking quite..."
She just wanted some sympathy points.
She later comes out and says, "I didn't leak that. You guys are lying, whatever." So everything's quiet for a minute. And then yesterday, Bhad Bhabie drops a diss track about Alabama Barker saying, "Once again, you're trying to steal my baby daddy. You'll never get him." Also,
Bhad Bhabie having a music career is like
the music
most
is actually
absurd.
so good.
Okay.
Gucci flip-flops.
I have no idea. I couldn't tell you a single line, song, beat that she is on.
Okay, it's actually quite good, honestly. But she drops this diss track, and in it, she accuses Alabama Barker of fucking Soulja Boy and getting pregnant by Tyga. Now, the Tyga one is interesting because that is part of the Kardashian lore. You know, Tyga used to date Kylie Jenner when she was a teenager. So it would make sense for him to stay in the Kardashian circle and date another teen. But she's denying that she hooked up with Soulja Boy or Tyga. So
Okay.
who knows?
That's the niche drama is the Bad Babies diss track calling out Alabama Barker for hooking up with Soulja Boy and Tyga.
Yeah, and then Alabama responded with her own diss track. I feel like we're back in like 2017 when the Jake Pauls and Rice Gums were doing diss tracks back and forth. Do you remember that era? Were you around for that?
No. But Alabama Barker not having like a rock vibe.
Right. It is weird.
How badass would that be to like have her dad like drumming for like her diss track back, but it's like in the key of like Linkin Park.
Oh my gosh, yes. And she's in like low-rise True Religion jeans with like a black streak in her hair.
Yeah, with some like metal mesh top.
Cross necklaces. I'm seeing like layered on top of each other.
Heavy dark makeup.
Oh my God, she needs a rebrand bad. Anyways, she said that Bhad Bhabie was telling or asking her baby daddy if she should dye her hair blonde to be more like Alabama. So she's like, bitch, you want to be me? It wasn't as good as Bhad Bhabie's.
That blows.
She tried it. You can't compete with Bhad Bhabie. I mean,
Bhad Bhabie is, to my knowledge, from the Dr. Phil days, is the black Air Force Ones of the shoe world.
She is Hot Cheeto Girl. The girl in the Cookie Monster PJs who walks the mile with you in PE.
Yeah, the Hot Cheeto girl that like that brings a little plastic like fingertips so she doesn't fuck up her nails and her fingers. Yeah.
Yes, and whenever you're getting bullied in class by the annoying boy, she's like, leave her alone. And I feel comforted by her for some reason. I think it's just that connection. I don't know. Team Bhad Bhabie, in my opinion. Are you taking a side in this?
No.
Between these two girls?
I hate everyone.
It's just like really messed up to see Bhad Bhabie continue to act like Levon is this huge prize. Like, no matter how many times he cheats on me, he'll always come back. I'm sorry, that is not a flex.
Like,
he's a bum.
I feel like I saw an interesting point in the news world of TikTok that I thought I would get your opinion on. It is TikTok plagiarism. It is the fact that someone out there has been floating the idea of basically legislating against profiting off of those motherfuckers that just put a video on their own page and they're just in the corner just looking around. And then they make money off of that because of the TikTok views and
people do that to my videos.
Do they really?
Yes. People will repost my video with a fucking Subway surfer next to it and monetize it.
You get strikes on your account because they act like you're not providing a unique content because from the clips that you put on or whatever.
They're not even claiming that. But because of what I've been through with my IP violations, I don't claim them because I feel bad. But they are ripping off my content.
I mean, that to me is plagiarism.
That is an IP violation.
Right. Actual journalists who are writing articles. And then you get someone online who just reads this person's journal article. They subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Then they just read the article, which is talking about, say, toxic waste in Wyoming. And then they make $2,000, $3,000 off of just reading parts of that article, providing no extra substance.
Are they crediting the article or the journalist?
Well, they have it like behind them, and they're just reading it like a green screen.
Oh.
But then like the person who did all the research, the person who did all the, journalism stuff that in writing it, they don't make a cent from that.
Couldn't the journalist claim the video as like a copyright infringement?
I don't know, but I think that should be like they should like work to ban those accounts that do that stuff. Like,
honestly, I block people who do that because I just get annoyed with them. Like, do you keep up with that Aaron Parnas guy? I'm sure he posts.
Breaking news guy.
I had to block his ass months ago, and for some reason the other day I saw that he was unblocked. I was like, why are you unblocked? Block again. Because I feel like they just have the alerts on their phone and then they turn everything into like a clickbait, like, an engagement
breaking
bait
news.
Thing. Breaking news. Breaking. You're stressing me the fuck out right now.
Yeah, and they're just reading
no
like the
reason.
first paragraph of like some like news.
Yeah, and like
AP
leaving
thing.
stuff out.
Yeah. Okay, we need to get signatures so that we can send it to TikTok because we could reroute the funds that these plagiarism people get to the actual people that they are plagiarizing.
YouTube does that.
YouTube does that, right?
Yeah.
TikTok needs to do that.
On YouTube, you can claim someone's video and you don't even take it down. You just say, I'm going to make money off of your video.
Yeah.
Lots of people do that. And do away with those breaking news people. Except for the guy who does, like, he lifts his leg in the air and goes, surprise, surprise.
Okay, I just saw that guy. Apparently he got like demonetized because like, he said some shit that apparently like offended TikTok.
Because he's very progressive and it's so funny.
I saw like him for the first time talk about how he got demonetized. And then I saw like 9 videos out of like
every
20.
day.
And I'm just like, why is his foot up?
Because he's a flexible baddie.
Okay.
Something major is happening right now in the podcast space as well that I think is worth talking about because I used to be a fan of this show. It honestly is extremely embarrassing for me to admit at this point that I used to be a big Toast listener, formerly known as the Morning Toast. It's a pop culture podcast and it's 5 days a week.
That's like Jim Acosta at CNN in his like morning show.
Oh my God, yeah, but he's leaving. Did you see?
Yeah, I did see. Because they're like forcing him out
Yeah, sad.
to make Trump happy.
Oh, I thought they were giving him shitty times.
Well, they were trying to get him shitty times, but
They were trying to annoy him.
I think they're trying to like get him a less premium spot because it would make Trump happy.
Fuck this shit. Anyways, yeah, the Morning Toast was a huge part of my routine. And they had an original cancellation where people dug up tweets of them being Islamophobic and talking about Barack
I feel like
Obama.
this happens like every 6 months.
It's like every couple years they do something else and people realize they're problematic and they get canceled and then they just pop back up. They just keep going. Like during 2020, they did an episode called Taking Out the Trash because people got mad at them for meeting up with their pregnant sister in the middle of the pandemic in New York City. And they were like, you guys aren't being safe during COVID. And they were like, you guys are fucking trash. And if you have a problem with that, never listen to us again. Fuck you, da 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 da. And they lost a bunch of listeners then. For me, I'm embarrassed because I kept watching after that.
Yeah.
Like they treat their listeners like shit. And I kept watching. And then honestly, it took October 7th for me to stop listening because they went on the most horrible, unbelievably Islamophobic rant full of disinformation that I've ever heard in my life. I still remember I was in the kitchen making breakfast and I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm never listening to them again. And now they are defending Elon Musk and his little Roman salute, even though they are Jewish.
We need to stop. First off, we need to stop with calling it a Roman salute. We need to stop. I've seen people today because some pastor, some priest did they're calling it the Elon salute. Stop calling it this shit. It's a fucking salute.
I know, but people, I speak that way because of the censorship online.
If you are afraid to say the word, people are going to normalize it and not equate it to what it needs to be equated to.
But if I say the word, then this video gets taken down.
If you don't equate people to the atrocity of the action, then people are going to rebrand the action.
No, it's like people saying, you know, I guess the start of the word unalive instead of murder. There's a reason why the word murder is used.
I mean, to a certain degree, I understand.
Unalive
Yes,
is like a fucking joke.
but like you thinking you're going to get taken down if you say the word murder.
I know, that's
the
why
video.
people do it. I'm just saying that, like, to your point, now unalive is such a common word that people use it in real life.
But I don't want people to take that gesture and equate it to Elon, who half the fucking world apparently thinks is still an okay guy. And it's like, if you're going, I feel like this podcast or this channel is all like Elon bashing every week.
Elon Musk is in every single This Is Niche because he's always doing something stupid and weird.
Right. I mean, it's just this, like that action. Again, if you distance it from its origin, you take that away from that gesture and you are doing a service to Elon.
Honestly, he is such a narcissist. He probably loves it when people say it's the Elon salute.
1,000%. You can't give him that because he'll run with it and then he'll brand it that way. You can't. You got to keep calling it what it is.
Yeah. And now, like, my heart goes out to you as such a white supremacy dog whistle on TikTok. It's super annoying.
Good. Call them all out. I saw some, she was on the board of some library in her hometown and she was like, I'm going to do it. And she did it. And then she fucking got dropped.
I saw a woman doing it with her son.
I saw that too.
She got fired.
Good. Like,
Fire them.
good. It's not the Elon salute. All right,
Yeah.
let's move on.
Anyways, the Toast
So-
Girls were defending Elon Musk because they're up his ass for some reason. And now it's coming up again that there's a major cancellation happening. It's all over TikTok. People are like, I'm done with the toast. I draw the line at this now. They're finding out who their mom is. Their mom is banned from coming to the UK because she is according to the British government, dead ass. And she is extremely problematic. And it's just like a cyclical thing. Like every couple of years, these girls get canceled and they just pop back up.
If you're constantly getting canceled, just keep acting like you're not canceled, and then they aren't canceled.
Oh, it's like Trisha Paytas. She's been canceled 500 times, but she just keeps going. You can only be truly canceled if you cancel yourself.
Right.
And they will never, like, they're not even acknowledging the fact that they're losing thousands of followers and nobody's listening to their podcast.
No, because
right now.
if they don't say it, then they don't bring light to it.
I guess my question is, at this point, why aren't you just upfront about the fact that you guys are Trump supporters, you're MAGA, you support this behavior? Like, just be honest about it.
Plausible deniability. I'm never on record saying something, so they don't.
And they hide their mom. Like, I went to their mom's Instagram, and they're in the same spot with her, and they're even in the background, but they all go like this when they're in pictures with her, because they're like, I don't want to be seen with my own mother. Own the fact that she's your mom. You clearly agree with her viewpoints.
Yeah.
So just own it at this point. I truly was so afraid to stop listening to that podcast because it was such a big part of my morning routine.
Like getting the news?
Like getting the news, laughing. They have a whole jargon that's associated with the show. It's a very like, they're sisters. It's like, it's very connective in that way. But ever since I unfollowed them and stopped listening, haven't missed it once.
Yeah.
Have not missed that shit once.
It's
And the
nice to have a
listeners won't
routine.
either. Yeah. But you can find other ones. And there are other podcasts that are so much better than that.
Yeah. But a daily podcast is nuts. It reminds me of the Gen Zers who are like, we should have a podcast, but like live. You know, like I want to listen to them live. Like, bitch, you just said the radio.
I was about to say,
Go to FM.
I was about to say, wait a minute, that exists.
Yes.
That's like Elon Musk being like, I'm going to invent a flying car. You mean a helicopter? We already have those. That's a helicopter.
Stop talking about Elon.
This is like, it's like the Bechdel test, but it's the Elon test, and we never pass. We can't stop talking about him.
You see the clown wedding photographer drama.
It was giving Shark in the Water, Vivi Brown, Degrassi promo.
It was a very, very immature looking wedding. Like, not
Why was there cotton candy and games at your wedding?
I don't know, but it's the county fair meets like Halloween, like
Very carny. Carny vibes.
Yeah. You know, you book a photographer and they tell you what they're going to get, and you look at their work and, you know, you think you're going to get what is on their portfolio, what they, you know, post. That's what you want when you book a wedding photographer. And photographers at every wedding generally will do the standards, but they'll also play around and get creative and do stuff. The creative isn't for everyone, but some people may like it, some people may not, but they give you plenty of other options of the good quality stuff that you expect from them. And these people made a TikTok, you know, with that like wah, wah, wah type sound. That's like what I ended up. Yes, yeah, that sound of like
She woke up.
a handful of like creative photos that this photographer sent them a while ago. Like this isn't like absolutely recent. They started going viral, and then people were like, these photos aren't even that bad. They're a little grainy, they're a little dark on some of them, but it looks like film photos at a night wedding, which is, you know, kind of hard to do. And
Honestly, I saw the post and I thought the photos looked shitty.
I mean, and that's fine. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Like that's not, and I wouldn't want those photos particularly myself either. But when people started sleuthing, they went to the photographer, they went to the gallery actually. They had posted somewhere. They posted the whole gallery of their wedding photos. And 99% of the photos were great and not dark, not grainy, nothing like that. They were your standard wedding photography type pictures. To make a video acting like those are all the photos that you got from your wedding and being like all disappointed and trying to get like, I don't know, clout, sympathy,
A viral moment.
a viral moment is like the biggest lame energy act I think you can do. If you are a creative in this market nowadays, add a clause in your contract that protects you from them doing videos like that.
Wow. Like I agreed to not post a TikTok shaming the work or whatever.
Exactly.
Wow. Honestly, that's a really good idea because a lot of people just do that, I think, for attention.
Yeah.
It's like the girl who filmed herself removing the makeup on her wedding day so she could redo it without even telling the makeup artist she didn't like it.
Right. And telling the makeup artist like, oh, I love it. Like, you're so great. Like, and the makeup artist thinking that like, oh yeah, she was a happy bride. You know, everything was great.
Mind you, her makeup looked the same when she did it.
Just being on here, I feel like I'm just like negative Nancy on this show a little
We're
bit.
haters, kind of.
We're kind of haters. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of niche. The
That is very niche.
Wedding.
The Carney wedding. Like the fact that it was Carney themed, if it wasn't, the pictures wouldn't have been as bad.
Correct.
But it was very Blair Witch Project because like the flags were hanging.
The flags.
The
like,
stripes.
The like Christmas lighty type thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It was scary. It was very spooky-ooky. Our niche lord of the week is Denisha Carter because TikTok tried to silence her just like they've tried to silence me. And she came back to TikTok today. Y'all can't silence us.
She came back with a passion.
And I don't know how she got back, but she had all of her followers submitting support tickets. I was reaching out to someone at TikTok. She had other creators reaching out to people at TikTok. She had a contact at TikTok. And it took about a week, but she came back.
It feels like it would be a really long week to be banned. Like a week in the grand scheme of things, not a long time. A week being banned, that's scary.
And she has a backup account with a lot of followers. And like, so she has, I'm sure she's curated her For You page on there and she's been able to scroll and everything. But it sucks being banned, honestly. Even like the 12 hours that TikTok was banned as a whole, I kept opening it on my phone just reflexively and being like, oh my God, I can't scroll.
I did that.
It's tough.
And part of me thought for those 12 hours, I was like, half of which I was asleep for. I was like, all right, maybe this will break my habit. Maybe this will break my obsession and I can spend more time during the day, like doing other things and not being on TikTok. And then as soon as it came back, boom, right back to same old.
Well, yeah, because now it's only 60 days left or something. We need to just use every moment we have to scroll.
Oh God. Denisha Carter, we crown you.
Welcome back, Denisha. And follow me on TikTok. Speaking of, I haven't been banned in a hot minute.
You haven't even gotten any IP violations.
I haven't been banned in 2025 yet. Knock on brown dog.
Junebug's the lucky ticket here.
She's my little lucky charm.
Yes.
Follow Will on TikTok at bookit.yt. It's linked below.
Don't even have to. You guys don't even care about what I do, so don't even worry.
They do
about
care.
It. But get ready to follow Junebug on her Instagram account. She will be getting an Instagram account shortly.
Yeah,
so,
we're going to make her a little influencer so that she can charge $45,000 for a post. We need to exploit her. We're family vloggers. Call me Cole LeBrant. Anyways, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like This Is Niche and you like internet history, reality TV, pop culture. You can follow me on Instagram. We don't really post on Instagram. We should get better at that.
If you comment enough on Bria's things, she might add you to her close friends list, and that's where it's really at.
Okay, yeah, I do post on close friends, and I'm very liberal with who I add on there. So hit me up if you want to be added. And we will catch you next time.
Toodles.
Toodles.